Hello students, in our last video we have discussed about the simple future tense. Remembering that thing, I hope that you all have the structure in your mind. So, remembering the structure of simple future tense, in today's video we are going to learn about active voice and passive voice for the simple future tense. So what should be the structure, what are the changes that you have to do? We are going to learn about that thing today. So let us start. So for today's topic of our discussion is simple future tense and how to make passive voice of the active voice, that is our topic. So now let us start. As you see the title simple future tense, first of all we have to discuss the formation of the passive voice, how to make any passive voice for the given tense, simple future tense. Now as you know, while making passive, what we are doing, we are putting the object in the very beginning, subject at the last. Not only that, but before subject we are putting by, and tense wise changes will take place. So here also we have to follow the same thing. So in the very beginning you have to put object. Now as it is a simple future tense, you know that in order to make future tense what we are using, that is will or shall. But if I talk about the passive voice of this tense, you only have to put will. And here is the reason that your object cannot be either I or we. So simply you have to put here will. After that you have to add be. This is quite necessary. You have to put be after will. Then after the past participle of the verb form. As you know that in passive voice we are always using the past participle or V3 of the verb form. And at last you have to add by and subject. So this is the formation to make passive voice for the simple future tense. Object plus will plus be plus past participle plus by and subject. Now let us discuss some examples so that you can get some idea. The first example that I have written here, you can read it. I shall drive a car tomorrow. Definitely this sentence belongs to the simple future tense. Now what are the changes that will take place? Let us discuss. First of all, find out your subject. Subject is I. What is verb? That is drive. What is object? That is car. And tomorrow can be considered as other words. So now let us follow the rules of active voice and passive voice. Firstly, you have to put the object in the very beginning. A car. Okay. After object, what you have to do, that is will and be. Okay. So you write will be. A car will be. Okay. Drive. What is the past participle of drive? That is driven. Okay, the past participle of to drive is driven. A car will be driven. Okay, after past participle you have to add by, and here your subject is I, so it will be changed by me, and keep this word as it is, tomorrow. So this is the answer. A car will be driven by me tomorrow. Now let us discuss one more example. Harry will sell toys in the fair. First of all, let us find out subject, verb and object. Subject is Harry, verb is to sell, and toys is your object. Now what to do? Very simple. Put object in the very beginning, toys. Then after will be. Toys will be. What is the past participle of sell? That is sold. Then after by, Harry. Here it is given name, that's why you have to put Harry itself, and in the fair do write as it is, in the fair. So this is your answer. Toys will be sold by Harry in the fair. Now let us move ahead with the third example. We shall not give clothes to the children. Now here, firstly we have to find out the subject, verb and object. Your subject is we. your verb is give and close. It is considered as your object. But keep in mind that this is a negative sentence. Now whenever any negative sentence is there, nothing to do. Let us see what are the changes that will take place. Firstly, what is your object? That is clothes. So do write clothes. Now here shall not is given to you, but here you are not going to write shall not. Instead, what you have to write, that is will not or won't. Okay, so this is your answer. Clothes will not. Okay, give. What is the past participle of give? That is given. Not, will not. Okay, don't forget be. Clothes will not be. Now to put the past participle of to give, given by. Your subject is we. That's why it is going to change by us. Clothes will not be given by us, and to the children is considered as a verb. To the children. So this is your answer. Clothes will not be given by us to the children. Even if shall is given in your sentence, don't use shall here. Otherwise, it can be considered as a wrong answer. Now here, we are starting the interrogative sentences. What you have to do while interrogative sentences are given to you. Let us see the example. Will Tom teach Hindi to the students? Forget that it is interrogative first of all. Why? Because we have to identify subject, verb and object. First of all, what is your subject? Tom. Teach is your verb form and Hindi can be considered as your object. Now, what are the changes that are going to take place? Let us see. Whatever question here it is given, you have to put as it is. First of all, so put will. You have to put will in the very beginning. Then after your object. But before that, what you have to do? You have to add something or not? I am telling that you don't have to add something. Directly put your object. Will Hindi. Okay. After that, you have to add be. Okay. After your object, you have to add be. Will Hindi be. Now what is the past participle of teach? That is taught. Will Hindi be taught? Then after add by, and then after add your subject, that is Tom, and to the students put as it is. Don't forget the question mark. Will Hindi be taught by Tom to the students? So this is how you have to write the answer. Now, if your question is starting from who, at that time what you have to do, let us first of all let us see the sentence. Who will wear formal clothes? Now here, as I have told you here, that what you have to find out first of all, subject, verb and object. What is subject? Here subject, is it given? Yes or no? Definitely here no subject is there. Why? Because it is starting from who. Okay. What is the verb form that is given here? That is where. And object, do you find any object here? Yes, object is given, that is formal clothes. So here, what you have to do, if your question is starting from who, in the very beginning, you have to put by whom. What you have to put, that is by whom. Then after, as it is an interrogative, you have to put at by whom will. Then put your object, formal clothes. By whom will formal clothes. After object, you have to add be. By whom will the formal clothes be. Now past participle of here, that is worn. And at last, you have to put the question mark. Okay, by whom will formal clothes be worn. Let us take another example. If your question is starting from what, at that time what you have to do here, see the example. What shall I prepare for the party? That is your sentence. Now if your question is starting from what, do the same thing, find our subject, verb and object. What is your subject? That is I. Verb is prepare. Object, is object given here? No, for the party cannot be considered as object. So what to do, that is the question. Let us discuss what to do. That is quite very easy. Okay, first of all you have to put what as it is. Okay, now after what you have to add will. Okay, no doubt here shall is given, but that is contained into this. But here we don't have to put shall, otherwise it can be considered as wrong answer. What will, then after what you have to do, what will, you have to put the past participle of the verb form. What will prepare by, okay, I is given, so you have to put by me for the party. But here in this sentence there is a mistake. And what is the mistake? That I haven't used be here. And maybe possible that you also do the same kind of mistake. So at that time what you have to do, what will, here you have to put be. Okay, what will be prepared by me for the party. After will you have to add be. Okay, so this is how you have to give the answer. What will be prepared by me for the party. So this is how it will go. Now let us take one more example. Why? If your question is starting from why, what, when, how, at that time the same rules that you have to follow. Let us take one example here. Why will he sell those chairs? Here, chairs, those chairs is your object, he is your subject, and sell is your verb. So now, what are the things that will take place? Very simple. In the very beginning, add why. Okay. Then after, put your object, but before that, you have to add will. Why will those chairs, why will those chairs, after object put be. Okay. Why will those chairs be sold? That is the past participle of sell by him, and at last question mark. Why will those chairs be sold by him? Question mark. And this is how you can change in if your question is starting from why, what, when, etc. Okay, so this is how the changes are going to take place. Now, so till now we have discussed total 8 tenses along with it active voice and passive voice. Now forget about that thing. Let us come to this point again. Formation, let us discuss it once again. Firstly you have to put object, then after will, then after be, past participle, by and subject. This is the formation that you have to follow whatever kind of sentence is given to you. I have already explained what are the changes that will going to take place. So in worksheet I have given you different kind of sentences. So please follow the structures so that you can get the correct answers. In many of the answer sheets of previous, I have seen that many of the students don't write the correct answers, and that is a big question mark, that why aren't you able to write the proper answers? Why? Because you are not following the rules, and that's why please watch the whole video and then after try to write answer in your worksheet. So today we complete our video. In our next video we will meet with a new topic. Thank you.